Hey folks, we was out here today, had to make a trip to Rogersville, Tennessee. It's not that far from our house, and we got some things for the farm down at the co-op. But anyhow, this here's Big Creek, and it's real pretty this time of year. Watching the leaves and stuff fall in it. Real still place. Just we're not too far from the Holston River, a mile or so downstream. But what I wanted to show you was this here's a little place on the map. If you'll look it up, it's a place called AMIS Mill, and it's an old mill that used to be here. It used to be a grain and lumber mill, and this is what's left of the mill. Of the dam and the mill. So we're going to try to get you a little footage here while it's real pretty out here, enjoying the fall weather. It's about 62 degrees here today. It was about 75 here yesterday. This is one of those days we've seen rain, hail, lightning, thunder, kind of cloudy, but it really is pretty. We're just getting out and doing some shopping and some exploring. And I think you just heard my wife about get hit by one of these great big walnuts. Yeah, that thing right there. So we'll move on up here out from underneath the walnut tree. Maybe. Like I say, I know you can look it up on the internet. AMIS Mill, A-M-I-S Mill, Rogersville, Tennessee, and get some information on it. But you can see where the old mill set right here in front of us. Foundation's still here. And parts of the dam is still there. Well, most of the dam is still there actually. And I'm going to try to get you all the footage I can of it. Hopefully nobody in it. Like I say, this here's the mill foundation. You can see the actual mill dam up there. And it is a pretty place now. Real pretty. Especially this time of year. Look at the fall colors. Anyhow, I'm going to try to get you a little more footage here. I got to do some hiking. Here we are. We got up here on top of this foundation. Up at the level of where the old road used to be. You can tell how it came around through there. And you can see actually how big the mill was from this shot. And the mill dam, like I say, the mill dam's beautiful. And you can tell where it actually used to feed into the mill, right here on this end. But it is a pretty place now, it really is. Here we are in behind the dam. You can see all the leaves gathering. Like I say, it's a very pretty place. You can see where at one time they used to have a big door here of some type. Now I'm sure that's not the original piece of steel. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. But they were able to open and close it to regulate how fast and how slow the water went. I'm sure they could completely shut it off. But I'd say that dam's about 3 to 4 feet thick at the top, just looking at it. And it may have been a little higher at one time. Looks like they've knocked a little bit of it off. But it is a pretty place, it really is. Like I say, look at all the leaves that's gathered here. Real pretty, but a nightmare if you're going to try to fish in some ways. But there's a lot of people fish here. There's a lot of good fishing on this old Big Creek down this way. we're just down the road from one of the only springs in America that ebbs and flows. It ebbs and flows. If you go up the road and around the bend, you can take another road and actually see it. It moves with the tides. And we're nowhere near the ocean. And I'm trying to remember the name of that spring right now, but if you look up Rogersville, Tennessee, and the ebbing and flowing springs, it'll tell you all about them, because there's one of them up there. But anyway, if you do visit this location, they've got a really nice restaurant. Sits up here to the right, and it's not hard to find. Like I say, you're only a couple of miles outside of Rogersville here, but it's a really nice place. So we'll catch you later.